Hey Hofstra fans, and welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. Mark Prusen joined by the head coach of the Hofstra men's basketball team, Joe Mihalich. Coach, thanks for the time.
Mark, thanks for having me.
Coming off another tough loss, this time it was at Drexel. And I asked you this after the game, how frustrating was it to have to manage the game of Musa Kone? Because when he was on the floor, he was contributing offensively, he was getting rebounds, but he picked up 2 fouls less than 2 minutes in. Did that kind of set the tone for the evening?
Well, I guess to a degree. I mean, we have such little margin for error. And I felt bad for Musa. I mean, there's not a better guy in the world than Musa Kone. I mean, the world. Works hard, wants to please you, wants to do well. And he had a great week of practice. And he's been working on some things. And sure enough, he comes out on fire and makes 2 quick buckets and then picks up the 2 fouls. Now, what really frustrates me is he picked up the 2 fouls because of his teammates' errors defensively. And that's the worst part for me. And I did remind those guys, hey, he's sitting on the bench because of a mistake that we won't mention names here, but because of we can narrow down to 4 people, right? One of those 4 guys didn't do his job, and Moose picked up a foul. So that's too bad. But that's the way it is. I mean, you don't have much depth. That's one of the things you deal with.
Zeke Upshaw, another 20-point performance. Dion Nesmith didn't have his best offensive game of the season. What did you see from your 2 grad students? Yeah,
Dion struggled, obviously, as you said. I mean, didn't shoot it good. Again, we don't have much room for error. I mean, he's got to make those shots when he gets them. And at the same time, I don't want him to feel pressure. I don't want Zeke to feel pressure. I want them to have a good time. I want them to have fun. Play hard. And at the same time, they have to realize that they're going to be the people circled on the other team's scouting report. And they have to be ready to produce, and they have to be ready to, when they have a chance to make a play, make a play.
Now, on the other side, you have experience coaching against Bruiser Flint. 6 games before you came here to Hofstra, and then 2 games this season. So what did you expect going into that game?
Well, Bruiser, and I mean this as the ultimate compliment, he's a stubborn guy. And he does what he believes in, and he's gonna make it work, and doggone it, he makes it work. He's a terrific coach, does a great job. But, you kind of know what you're going to get. So in some respects, we have this expression, coaching, easy scout, but tough to beat him. And that's what it is. Not so much as an easy scout, but you know what you're going to get. But go ahead, try to beat him, because it's a tough assignment.
Their 2 top scorers, Franz Masonette, it seems like he's always putting up career numbers against Hofstra. 32 back at the MAC, 24 the other night at Drexel. Talk about the combination of him and Fouch, and if that is one of the toughest duos you've faced this year.
Well, I told Bruiser after the game, I said, your stars, when they had to make plays, made plays. They made 3 shots in a stretch. I think it was 44-41, and we missed a couple foul shots, which, was really demoralizing. But we missed a couple foul shots, and then they made, the 2 of them, I think, combined for 3 threes. I forget, somebody made 2, somebody made 1. They were just big shots, and one of them might have been a 4-point play. But, Masonette, it's what you do. When you need a play, if you're a star, when you need a bucket, your star gets a bucket. So that's what he did, and, so kudos to those guys.
Talk about the game in the paint, because there were a lot of points that happened under the basket. Stephen Kone had, I think, 9 rebounds in the game, and him battling against guys like Ruffin and Williams on the other team. Talk about that battle.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll tell you what, you use the word battle. No one battles like Steve Kone. I mean, he's a warrior. And the same with Musa. I mean, they really go after that basketball. And it's always a tough assignment. I mean, they're in there, it's a physical game. That's the other thing about Drexel. And it's not just their big guys, their guards are too. It's a physical game. So, those guys did a good job of battling, and, like you already mentioned, it's a shame Moose got the foul trouble, or else maybe he would have had a better game.
So, coming off the loss to Drexel, top team in the conference, Delaware makes its way to the MAC this season. You faced them in the conference opener. So, how do you prepare the guys mentally to go against the Fighting Blueheads?
We're excited. We're excited. We can't wait to play. I mean, it's what you want. It's what the best team in the league coming to your place and you got a chance to beat them. Now, they are the best team in the league, and I don't want anybody to have any locker room material for us to inspire them. Towson doesn't need that. Mary doesn't need that, but they certainly have a lot of talent, and it'll be a great challenge. But it's exciting. We're looking forward to the game and anxious to play.
4 games left. You'll play the top 3 teams in the conference and James Madison one more time. What are the keys down the stretch for this team?
The keys are, you've heard this. I mean, we played 27 games. Yeah. You've heard it 27 times. We got to find a way to score the basketball. We got to take care of the basketball. Delaware is one of those teams. They're really a powerful high potent type offensive team. And when you have the ball, if you turn over, those live ball turnovers can really kill you. That'll be the same for both these teams coming up. So got to find a way to score. Got to take care of the basketball. Got to rebound. Got to guard our position. You know, that's it.
All right. Head coach Joe Mihalich of the Hofstra men's basketball team. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Mark.
Hofstra fans, the Pride hosts Delaware tomorrow night at the MAC, and you can follow all the action right here on GoHofstra.com.